Just a moment. There we go. Says we're good. Let me get everything up now. All right. Haven't gotten a notification. Oh, there it is. Cool. It's always pretty sweet getting a notification. It's like, hey, notifying you. I'm letting you know. Giving you a heads up. What's up, Fernando? What's up, Space? What's up, Vincenzo? How you guys all doing? Hopefully quite well. Let me reload this. Boom, boom. Damn, a lot of people bounced in. Make sure you guys drop a like. Help the stream out. It'd be cool. Be helpful. We have about 3 right now, so. What's up, Duke? What's up, Booty? How you guys all doing? Long day? Yeah, not bad. Wasn't a bad day. What's up, Jehu? How you guys all doing? Hopefully everyone's well. Hopefully everyone's dropping likes and everything like that. Being responsible. Kind of a big day in the NFL, right? We have some big news that's gone on. Sounds like Mike McCarthy's going to remain the Dallas Cowboys head coach. You got McDonald's. Nice, man. That's probably one of the bigger newses. I wonder if he's going to retain any staff if he'll let Raheem, like, you know what I mean? Going to see if anyone gets fired, if he replaces Dan Quinn, if he replaces the OC. So there's some questions that still kind of linger around with Dallas. But it does seem like he's going to be the head coach in 2024. Yeah, Kelsey was crying in the locker room. Yeah, then I will get to see them go one and done. Yeah, there you go, Jehu. And, but yeah, Duke, it sounds like Jason Kelsey's going to wrap it up pretty soon. He made like a statement about like, if he does retire, he's going to do it at the right time in the right situation so he could properly thank everybody. And it's like, yeah, it sounds like he's about done. What's up, Kenny? Oh yeah, Ron Rivera still wants to coach. He's willing to be a defensive coordinator. I think he'll be fine. Did you hear the sad news about Warriors? No, I didn't hear about that. Rest in peace. Doing good, Kenny. How you doing? But yeah, no, I don't know about poor Kelsey. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's had one of the greatest, probably the greatest career for a center ever. Who walked away? Kelsey? He's not really walking away. 13 years in the NFL for a center is a very long time. He literally, I think he's literally the greatest center ever, right? Wait, who walked away? Are you guys talking about Kelsey? That it was no, it wasn't. It's not unexpected that Kelsey's retiring. It was pretty well known all year. Unless, at least I knew. I was like, both the Kelseys may retire. It's like something like I knew Travis was 100% mulling it, and Jason was too. They're older. Oh, yeah, he's still a good, strong guy, like physically. But again, you got to think like he's, what, 34, 35, playing center? That's about it. He probably don't got much left in that tank. Not to like keep bashing into each other. We'll see in a couple weeks how he feels and everything. But again, you got to remember what's up, Jacob? I don't know. Why, Jacob? Do you want a gifted sub? I could maybe do that when I get paid this weekend. Yeah, I'm ready for the Tigers, Kenny. Let's go today. A special ed kid walked up to me and just started saying basically every swear word. Hell yeah. Did you just give him a high five afterward? Because that sounds cool as shit. Oh no, I was just stating that unexpected. Oh, the Warriors basketball coach. Yeah. That's always really sad. Heart attacks. What was a heart attack? Running back is like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, they don't last long. Yeah. Once you turn like 40, you should go get like a heart examination. Like any guy should. It's just like you're supposed to get like prostate stuff looked at when you get to a certain age. I think you should also go get your heart looked at, just to make sure things are like, you know, all right, I'm in good shape. Things are pumpy. Like, I think as men, we should start pushing like, hey guys, go get your heart looked at when you turn like a certain age. That feels like something that's got to start. Because it seems like guys after about like 35, 40, they just whap your heart. It starts getting bad for the heart. Oh yeah, no, you got to. When you turn 40 years old, they suggest you start getting that shit looked into. Yeah. Got to get that stuff done. Sucks. We start aging weird when we get about 40. Per my dad, that shit, it sucks for like an hour, and then it's not even, you just kind of forget about it. The Ravens lost to Houston. That'd be pretty shocking. Hell yeah, Wade. What's up, Matt? Yeah, basically, yeah, you can just kind of get rid of colon cancer. It's pretty much, yeah, they'll just chop that shit away, and then you get the hilarious life. See, to me, if I, had colon cancer and I had to get it cut out, nobody could ever make fun of the poop bag, and I would just utilize the shit bag to, like, hilarious effect. Oh, dude, I'd just be like, and no one could say anything because they'd all know, be like, oh, you probably have butthole cancer. No, I'm all good. I'm in pretty good health, too. I love cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets. Hell yeah, booty. That's good food. Red Wings won? Yeah, because the Wings are back. Where do we want to kind of focus in on? Do we want to talk about Rivera? We could talk about McCarthy, Sirianni, because those are three big pieces of news I want to focus on right away. We don't have to spend a lot of time on any of the three. I think the Sirianni situation I can cover like right away. Just immediately get that out of the way. Basically, with what's up, Mullen? Yeah, good luck to your good luck against the Ravens. We could talk about also like the games a little bit, but like that's a different stream. But yeah, I could really see Houston winning. It's not crazy. They kind of have to replicate what they did against the Browns though, and it's like asking a young team to do that twice in a row as the stage grows and grows in magnitude gets a little bit difficult to expect that, and they have to kind of play like that. It's like you're like, all right, you just played perfect. Now do it again. Against a much better defense, a much better coach team, at a, you know what I mean? That's a rough place to be. What's up, Spider? Now, can they do it? Yeah, they can beat Baltimore. They almost did earlier this year. They played a very close game. But it's just one of them things where it's like to replicate that performance in order to beat that Ravens team. It's like, oh boy, that's going to be tough. Booty. Tennessee did in 2019. Yeah, they did beat the hell out of the Ravens, but I think this is a much better Ravens team, much healthier. If you were a line maker right now in Vegas, what are you putting the Lions? They probably got like the third or fourth best odds. You'd probably go like Ravens, 49ers, Lions? Like right now? Yeah. Maybe Bills over the Lions just slightly. The Lions are cracked. They're like a really good team. Texans tried to go for fourth down play, only converted once. Yeah, I mean, works. Do you think all the QBs in every game will get 2 TDs each? Maybe. See, I took a bet like that similarly for like $5, and I got screwed by fucking Jared Goff only throwing 1 touchdown. See, the Lions are a weird team that'll just run the shit out of it and like score 4 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing. So it's kind of hard to determine what they're going to do. D'Amico, we'll see. I mean, it's going to be tough. The Ravens are definitely a much more monumental mountain to move through. Again, way better offense, way better defense. Yeah, man, that was a crazy bet that I actually won like $700 on a bet because I took like the Packers, I took the Bills, I took the Lions, and I took the Bucks last weekend. No, it's just how it works. And for sure, Space, it's just how it works in the NFL, Booty. A lot of people lose their jobs. What's up, 49ers? I wouldn't, but Jordan Love can be kind of hard to deal with. But again, you guys could handle Aaron Rodgers, and it's like they're very similar quarterbacks. So I think you guys would be fine. But again, I think you guys got to take this game seriously. I think the Packers went from like not something you got to worry about to like, oh no, you got to play them good. Anyway, if you guys haven't dropped a like, I'd hope I appreciate you guys if you can. I got to do one thing here though. Almost forgot about it. Kind of weird to think that the other Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, and who else? Baker Mayfield. Yeah. But you also have like Lamar Jackson could be in his first time. Josh Allen could be in their first time. There's a ton of first timers. Oh, we have 11 likes. I appreciate you guys. Good looking out. Like a ton of first time quarterbacks could get to the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, because the Cowboys are going to keep the coach. But it sounds like for the Eagles, really quickly, the Eagles are going to keep Sirianni, it feels like. I know it kind of feels like they might have fired him, but again, it's been like 3 days now and they still haven't. I don't think they're going to fire him tomorrow, especially as the news came out that the players, the Eagles did their exit interviews for the season. Yeah, I know, Jehu. It is pretty crazy, but you got to go look at some of the teams he's had in the playoffs. They're really garbage. Remember, you got to remember, this is like the first year he's ever had wide receivers. So it's like, yeah, that's why he doesn't win in the playoffs. The fucking teams he's been on is garbage. And he's always been kind of hurt in the playoffs. And I know I'm dropping a ton of excuses, but it's like, who's he supposed to fucking throw the ball to? Willie Snead? Like that was his best receiver for like 2 years there. That's crazy. But the Eagles, I think, put Matt Patricia. Yeah, Matt Patricia. Yeah, it was their defense just got worse and worse with Matt Patricia. They have a bad secondary though. There's not much Matt P could have done with that shit. I don't even know if it's Matt's fault, man. James Bradbury sucks. I'm gonna talk about McCarthy, but it does sound like the Eagles players want to keep Sirianni, so it probably is going to result with Sirianni keeping his job. But yeah, let's move over to the more interesting. Yeah, they probably should fire a bunch of the coordinators. So like the offensive coordinator, Patricia, the defensive coordinator. Everybody should lose their jobs in Philadelphia. And this should be Sirianni's like final year coming up next. It's like, all right, Nick, if you don't improve this shit, you're fired. That's probably the right moves there. It was Slay was playing hurt. Back to the Jets. I don't know about all that. Sirianni tried what he could. He could only do so much. The DC was obviously the biggest to blame. Yeah, but I mean, Sirianni and Howie Roseman are the ones who put the players on the field, and that defense isn't very good. They whiffed on every single Georgia player except Jalen Carter, who disappeared for like the last 6 games of the season. Remember how good of a start Jalen Carter had, and then the dude just vanished? It was just like, where the fuck did he go? What do you have, like 1 sack down the stretch? And it's like, that's the only good defensive player they drafted. They whiffed on 4 Georgia players. That Ringo guy is fucking garbage. Kaylee Ringo, or whatever his name is, he wasn't very good either. That's like, what is that? 4 Georgia defenders that are just bleh. Carter's good. The other guys all suck. N'Kobe Dean stinks. Fucking Nolan Smith isn't very good, I believe his name is. Ringo isn't good. And it's like, how are all these guys bad? It's literally got to be coaching. Rodgers is on the Jets. Someone's at your door? Hell yeah, booty. Well, wonder who it is. Pats can't draft, though. Yeah, the Eagles are really bad. Mike McCarthy stinks. Yeah, but the Cowboys are going to keep him. Funny situation. What games are you going to stream Saturday? I think I have to work. I have to look at my schedule. It might be like last Saturday where I can only do one. But on Sunday, I'm doing both the games, so I may only be able to do the later game. But I think that's the Packers-Niners, right? But yeah, so the Eagles got some problems. They gotta figure out a little bit more on their defense. They gotta fix that secondary, get some linebackers. D-line will probably be okay with a new D coach. Because I do think Jordan Davis is still workable, but those other linebackers they drafted are not good. I have to work when the Texans play. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Spider. That sucks. Belichick to the Falcons. We can talk about some other moves. It was a lady asking to clean the roof. Oh, that's good. Mike McCarthy's 0-2 against the Packers. Yeah, that's bad. Eagles need that explosive offense. Yeah, they clearly missed Shane Steichen. He was probably quite the addition to that offense to make it work. I got the Chiefs winning. Niners, Packers, Saturday night. Okay, so I should be able to do at least the second half of that game. My phone for the breaking news. Harbaugh and the Chargers agree to terms on a 5-year, $100 million contract. It could happen tomorrow. The Harbaugh news. Nope. I don't call in sick to work. I just normally don't work Sundays, so. And I think aren't the NFC championships always on Sundays? There was a video O-line of JJ McCarthy tossing a trophy like 2 yards at the Eagles get Frank Reich back. They could sign him as the OC. That'd be very helpful for them. What's up, Phil? No, the Patriots already hired a guy. I think you can hire a person whenever you want. I want to look at something. Conference championship. Fuck, what? The NFC is Sunday, right? Oh, they're both on Sunday. Yeah, so I'll be live for both the conference championship games. Because I don't work on Sundays, so. Not that late. Rooney Rule? Oh, yeah, you guys aren't doing an internal promotion. We're doing an internal promotion, so it's a little different. Ravens Niners has been my prediction since like the Bengals collapsed. In like week 7, I was like, all right, I'm going Ravens now instead of the Bengals. So Ravens Bengals. If you ask me who I want to see in the Super Bowl, I'd like to see the Lions take on either the Bills, because it'd be funny to crush Buffalo in the Super Bowl just to break their spirit with the Lions. That'd be a very good move by Detroit. I don't know anybody else. Maybe just Buffalo. Have a good night, Booty. Thanks for stopping in. So that's who I'd like to see is like the Lions and the Bills, mainly because they just don't have rings. I'd really kind of like to see two teams without Super Bowls go head to head. I guess you could put in the Texans. I'm very indifferent about the AFC. It's like, whatever. I don't really care. In an alternate universe, when you could shift it. No, I wouldn't do that, Fernando. The Patriots hired someone that... Yeah, Jerod Mayo's our new head coach. He's also been our defensive coordinator for a couple years. He was officially introduced today as the head coach. What about Lions Chiefs rematch from week 1? Yeah, that'd be fun. What's up, Daniel? Yep, Cowboys are going to keep Mike McCarthy. The Patriots, by the way, we officially introduced our new head coach. He's a 37-year-old Jerod Mayo. First African-American head coach in New England Patriots history. That's all that should have been said about that. But for some reason, they kept asking weird questions about Jerod Mayo's race. They're like, do you see race? It's just, someone actually asked him that. It was just like, it should have just been like, how do you feel about being the first head coach? He was like, oh, it's like an honor, you know. It's very important to me that's like a distinction here for me, blah, blah, you know, all that good stuff. And then they were like, do you see race? And it's like, the question should have stopped right there about the race stuff. Like, it should have just been like, all right, that's where those questions ended. Because it's like, yeah, it's a big moment. Because, again, you know, it's the first one, you know, first guy, you know, first one to be something. Always cool to kind of point it out. But it's kind of where it, like, should end. And all the weird stuff is a little much. But yeah, I think the more significant thing is how young Jerod Mayo is. He emphasized one thing I thought that was critical and very crucial about the way that things are going to be a little different. At least something I perceived as different that's going to happen. Player relations. I think he's going to have a good relationship with players. And also, I think we're actually going to be telling the media things. Because he said to the media, it's like, yeah, we're going to be drafting a guy that's at a very important position, that's a very good player. Probably the defense won't change because it's Mayo's. He's been the defensive coordinator for like 4 years now, 5 years now. However long he's been with the team, it's basically been his defense. So yeah, it won't change. Nothing about the defense is changing. The weather could make a difference for the Texans, I think. Yeah, and I think it's going to be very shitty weather in Baltimore. That's also part of the reason I like the Ravens. The home field cold advantage could ground the Texans' high-flying offense. But so the reason I think that's significant, those news, is I think the Patriots may be going quarterback now. When I hear important position and the best player, it's like, all right, they're probably leaning quarterback then. It's either quarterback or receiver now. So the Patriots kind of like, all right, it's either we're taking this guy or Marvin Harrison. I can't believe the Patriots actually gave away what their plans are, kind of. They're like, it's like, whoa, we are in a new era. No, I don't think so, Fernando. I think we're in a new thing. I think we're officially in an era where we're going to talk to the media and be friendly. Weather, high 15 to 8. Ooh, boy, that's going to be miserable. But I do think C.J. Stroud did play at Ohio State, right? So I don't think bad weather really bothers him. Probably not, Kenny. It's in fucking San Francisco. No offense. It's probably going to be like 60 degrees, 50 degrees, pretty good weather. Even if it's like 40 degrees, that's not bad at all. Yeah, Houston plays in a dome. There's a lot of people coming out for the last few days saying that they're going into the the deadline to declare for the NFL draft was like yesterday. That's why, Phil. Yeah, and even the rain really won't bother the Packers. They're used to it. You think the Niners are going to lose players if they win the Super Bowl? Retractable. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Excuse me. Williams may be a bear. We'll see, though. I think there's going to be a trade at the top of the draft. You know who I think is going to actually trade up to the number one pick? Like, unironically, it's going to be the New York Giants. Like, Caleb Williams, like, I've come to accept that Williams will probably be a Giant. Like, that's probably going to happen. It feels like they're going to draft Caleb Williams. Because, like, if you think about all the teams that are going to try to rocket up the board, it feels like the Giants are like, we'll trade 2 firsts, a second, give you Saquon Barkley. We'll do whatever you need. Listen, we'll tag Barkley and trade him. Yeah, they don't want Daniel Jones. I genuinely do think that the Giants are going to have the 1 pick. And that way, the Bears can move down to 5, take one of the best offensive linemen in Joe Alt or Fashanu, like guaranteed get one of those guys still right there, and kind of build like a great line. I think that's the right move for the Bears. You get a Hall, you get an all-pro caliber offensive lineman, because again, Joe Alt is 20 years old. And he's like 6'8", all right? Like that's he's 20. You know the last guy who was like 20 years old that got drafted as a lineman? Penei Sewell. If you're the Bears, this is a very fucking simple situation. Take the lineman. It's just like, you got to take that big-ass fucking left tackle who's just going to be your anchor for the next 12 years. It's just draft the guy. Look how much life Penei Sewell gave Detroit. All of a sudden, they just have the greatest line ever. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe we should do that. That's the right move for the Bears. They should keep Fields for another year at least. What's up, Trey? Yeah, I get it. Hey, if you're a Texans fan, you can be delusional. You guys aren't even supposed to be here. Even if you lose, it's like, that's okay. What a great season. Our future is so fucking bright. It's blinding. Daniel Jones? Nowhere. He's probably just they're gonna do some weird thing where they let Daniel Jones start for about 4 games, and then they bring in Caleb Williams. I think that's gonna be the thing. Left tackle? Yeah, that's what Joe Alt plays. I believe he's a left tackle. Yeah, Kenny, you guys are the same way. I'm asking Dolphins fans if they trade Tua for Kyle Allen, the backup for the Bills. Damn. Yeah, they're not very happy right now, Dolphins fans. I don't think Daniel Jones is trash. I always thought he was. I mean, he's all right, but he's going to get replaced by Caleb Williams. I mean, it's that or fucking Jaden Daniels. It's one of the two. But the problem is, I'm pretty sure the Patriots are about to draft Jaden Daniels. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably going to be good enough. Because if Michigan doesn't offer protections, Harbaugh's fucking gone, dude. And it sounds like Michigan isn't about to give him a protective deal where they don't, like Michigan's hemming and hawing about something. It's basically, from what I've read, Harbaugh will stay at Michigan if they say they won't suspend him ever and will not punish him ever for any infractions that come in the future from any investigation pending, going on, that will happen. He doesn't want them to suspend him anymore, like they've been doing. And that's like a fucking major standing point. Michigan doesn't want to do that. Yeah, my team wouldn't draft Drake May. I mean, where the Commanders take the choice of getting an OI. Yeah, that's an old meme that's been recycled. It's just an old meme. The sign still, yeah, he gets like suspended for dumb shit all the time, like getting sandwiches for people. Dude, he gets in, it's so annoying. He gets screwed all the time. Phil, you guys aren't going to be able to get Marvin Harrison. He's going to be a Patriot. Dude, Drake May will not play for the New England Patriots. You know how bad fucking that dude is? He's not going to be a Patriot. If anything, the stupid Washington's going to draft him because they're stupid and they don't know who Daniel Jones is yet. Again, maybe Drake May is a little bit better than Daniel Jones and Mitchell Trubisky if he goes to the right coaching situation. The Patriots are not the right coaching situation for that fucking guy. He needs to go sit behind like fucking Matt Stafford for a while. That's where Drake May needs to wind up. Or maybe with Washington and Ben Johnson. That could work. Texans have never been to the title game. Hey, you're 1 win away, Trey. Just like the Lions, man. They're 1 win away from like the farthest they've ever gone. Texans, Lions, or 49ers. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. There was a game this season where there was a loud trash can banging, and commenter said, do you know what's funny about the trash can part of the Astros thing? You know that's not even against the rules in baseball? It's not. There's literally nothing in a single rule book that says you can't like make loud noises to alert to pitching. If you pick a sign up, you can literally like get on a mega horn and go. You can literally do that. Like, I don't know why everyone does that at trash can. It's like, you know, that's legal, right? Teams do it all the time. Why do you think you see sometimes in the dugout a random guy going like this? Because he's signaling to the fucking batter. It's the same thing as the trash cans. That was the dumbest fucking part of that whole scandal. It's like they were using trash cans to cheat. It's like, so? The cheating was the cameras. That's the only part that broke any rule was the cameras. That's the only part of that they broke the rules with was using the cameras. And even then, it's like 50-50 breaking the rules because debatably, the rule book literally said one thing. You cannot use mechanical devices. It said nothing until the Astro scandal about electronic devices. Technically, it's a really weird gray area that if the Astros organization would have fought in court, they probably would have won. Like, technically, that's a vague-ass rule. Because literally, the rule they violated was you cannot use mechanical devices to steal signs. That's against the rules. That's the rules that the Astros violated. It's a bad rule to violate. You don't want to violate that. But technically, it's like a weird gray area with the fucking video camera because it's not technically a mechanical device. It's a electronic device. it's like this weird, like, yeah, it's like that's cheating. That's breaking the rule, but the rules doesn't say it is. That's a weird one, isn't it? Is there a rule in basketball for? I think it's a rule you got to be quiet during free throws. Yeah. Ravens might be getting Mark Andrews. Oh, I think he said he's activated for this week. I think he got activated like a week ago, right? I don't even think it's like he might be back. I think he is back, right? Baker Mayfield was doing good. Baker Mayfield won me $750. Now I need Baker Mayfield to lose to the Lions because, you know, we can't really have him win. That'd be a pretty cool time. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. The whole Vikings experience seems pretty cool. Like, just kind of go into a Vikings game. That looks like a pretty pretty good time. You know who I'm very perplexed about coming up in the draft? Blake Corum. Is he good? Like, he seems like he's going to be like a very good, what's up, Danny? He seems like he's going to be a very good NFL running back because he can catch the ball, he can run, like, he can break tackles. Yeah, I like Baker too. I've always been a big Baker defender. So I'm very happy to see him doing well. But now I need him to shit the bed versus Detroit really badly. So, well, you know, fuck him this week. Like, you know who I think Blake Corum's going to wind up getting drafted to? Depending on where, like, he sits in stock. I don't know if he's a first rounder or not. The Chargers. Makes a lot of sense. They need a good running back. He seems like he'd fit that team. Harbaugh may wind up being the head coach there. So it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna draft some Michigan guys. Kenny, the problem is Harbaugh's heading over to the Chargers probably. Yeah, Blake Corum, the running back. He can catch the ball really well. He's like perfect for your guys' offense. He's like a bigger version of Eckler. It's like, oh shit, really? I kind of think that's a good comparison. He's like if Eckler was a bigger human being. That's what I feel like Blake Corum is. Like the good part of Eckler. No, he's nowhere near Christian McCaffrey. No. Nah. Sorry, man. I don't know if there's going to be a good running back like that for a really long time. I think the closest one is like Jahmyr Gibbs or maybe like Bijan Robinson. Those guys were probably the two best running backs in a long time and probably going to be like the best running backs for a little while again. There's like it goes like CMC. I think Derrick Henry comes real quick. And now it's like Bijan and fucking Jahmyr Gibbs. And Kyron Williams. I forgot about him. I think those are, and Breece Hall kind of too. Those four guys all came into the NFL like right about the same time. So we have four very good running backs right now. I still think the Chargers, well, 5 if you include CMC. Before, like, you know, first or second year backs. I honestly think Belichick goes to the Falcons and Harbaugh to the Chargers. Yeah, it's kind of feeling like Belichick's going to wind up with the Falcons. He kind of likes them. The running back. Austin Eckler's gone. Joshua Kelly sucks. Saints point to keep. Yeah, they're gonna keep Dennis Allen. I like that the Saints are gonna keep Dennis Allen. I don't think that's bad. Nope. Nope. I think what is bad is to continually recycle head coaches, hoping that you hit a home run eventually. I have no idea politics. I don't really follow college football. No, that's a good reason. Yeah, like, what if the Patriots would have fired Bill Belichick right away? What if the Cowboys would have fired Tom Landry right off the rip because he's like, all right, you had a bad first couple of years, man. You got to fucking leave. That's a dumb reason to fire a coach. It's like, yeah, they got to they kind of, you need more than 2 years. I know D'Amico Ryans walked in year one and flipped the whole thing. But, like, he had what, like, unlimited first round draft picks and shit. He had, like, what was it, like $110 million in cap space to work with. I feel like literally the Texans had unlimited money from they like literally had nothing on their books. And so there's D'Amico, but look at what it took Dan Campbell 3 years. What if the Lions fired Dan Campbell after year one because they win 2 games, 3 games maybe. Is Joe Barry still gone after the season? Probably. Packers got to fire that guy. Like, or what if the Lions would have fired Campbell after he started the season like 1-7 the following year? Like, all right, clearly this was stupid. Just like, you know, small things to think about, like with like, oh, we should fire a bad coach. It's like, give it a little time. Again, if it's like Patricia and it's like, yeah, okay, he's got to go. You know when you know. And I don't think Dennis Allen was a guy who should have been fired. Jaden Daniels or Caleb. But we're probably not going to get Caleb Williams, so let that go. Just let that thought go, Jehu. Listen, if you're a Patriots fan, let any thought of Caleb Williams just go. We're not going to get Caleb. Unless some wild shit happens at the top of that draft board. Because trading up would be absolutely retarded. Because we can end up with Jaden, Marvin Harrison, or Caleb Williams. We'll get one of those 3 guys. It's like impossible for us not to get those people. And those are 3 generational players. Like you can't, like, those are 3 picks that can't go bad. So we'll get one of them. No reason to trade up. No reason to sweat anything. You can either, we're not going to, yeah, if we could get Caleb, that would be awesome. If somehow it goes like number 1 goes Marvin Harrison to the Bears, 2, the Washington just goes, fuck it, we're taking Jaden Daniels. It's just like, okay, that's cool. And then all of a sudden it's just the Patriots sitting there with Caleb Williams. Yeah, that'd be so cool, man. I'd be like, damn, we got Caleb Williams. But most likely, the Bears are trading that pick away to the Giants, and it's going to be Caleb Williams going number 1. So, unfortunately, Jehu, as much as I'd really like to have Caleb, I just won't let that thought get in my head. But yeah, we should draft Caleb if we could. But most likely, we should take Marvin Harrison Jr. Minnesota. I think he falls a little bit and he goes to Minnesota. And then he sits for a year or 2 behind Cousins. Minnesota or Seattle will take him. But I don't think the Broncos are going to take him that early. Minnesota. But yeah, I feel like that's the spot for him to go. Minnesota or Seattle. No, I know Minnesota. I know. I just can't sound like Joe Biden. I'm too much of an alpha male American patriot. I think Seattle's going to get Mike Vrabel. Do you think Commanders draft a quarterback? Yeah, they're going to draft a quarterback. They have like a whole new everything coming into that bitch. They literally just got a new GM, new president, new owner, new this. They're going to have a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. Yeah, they're not going to keep that fucking guy. Why would they? None of them people drafted that guy. Yeah, Adam Peters is not going to be like, yeah, let's keep Sam Howell. He's way too competent to do that dumb shit. They're going to probably take a quarterback. I have no idea, Jehu. Because they said they're going to look in-house and out-of-house at everything. So it could be Groh and Elliott Wolf in like a duo role. Or it could be a independent hire. But we will have a GM, so that'll be cool. There's a real possibility we don't have a GM. It's just like Groh and Wolf and fucking Mayo making all the decisions. But the Chargers were getting the coach. Yeah, the Patriots got coach before GM because they want the coach to hire the GM. Probably will be. Yeah, I don't actually want a new GM to come in and run this draft, to be honest with you. Is this a wild take that I don't think it would be a good idea for the Patriots to let a new GM come in and have a draft with a top 3 pick? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like we have a top 3 pick. Why in the fuck would we let a new GM come in? No, I don't. I don't want a new GM to run the draft. I don't trust a fucking new GM to come in and pick top 3 in every single round. We're going to have like 12 picks this year. No. I don't think they should, Phil. I think they need to cancel Thursday Night Football. And move some shit to Saturday and fucking crush college football spirit. By the way, the college football people are thinking like they could dominate the NFL. Do you know how stupid they sound? They're like, dude, NFL's afraid to compete with us on Saturdays. That's why they don't put football on Saturdays. It's like, nah, they do that shit out of respect. You don't want the NFL to start showing up on Saturday nights. Ask Monday Night Raw about that shit. Yeah, people actually believe that the reason the NFL doesn't fucking go is because they're afraid of going head to head with college football. It's like, oh, you dumb sons of bitches don't know what you're saying. They're drawing like 20 million a game for like the Bears and the Panthers, and they're like, we could beat that. It's like, have you guys ever had 20 million people watch a college football game? No, Friday they don't do because of high school football. That's an actual thing, by the way, because so many of their viewing audience just wouldn't be there for fucking high school football. They just don't do that. That's a very real thing. They refuse to play against high school football, which is awesome. I like that the NFL does that. And they do it with college too, and these fucking pricks from the college ranks are like, yeah, they're afraid of us. Like, no, they aren't. What are you talking about? If you put the NFL on Saturday nights, everybody would watch that shit. Everyone would be like, oh yeah, this fucking rules. We can watch Saturday night football into Sunday morning football into Sunday night into Monday night. What a great weekend. No, instead we got to deal with college football. The only reason people watch that shit is because they want to watch football. And it's pretty exciting if you can get past the dog shit play. I don't know. I think there's going to still be... Oh, by the way, Amazon's picked up like half of the streaming market for sports. They bought the rights to Bally Sports. So if you have Bally as a sports provider for baseball, hockey, basketball, something like that, yeah, now in like, I'm pretty sure like a week or two, the games will be on Amazon Prime. That's what I'm going to pay for to watch baseball now. Fucking rules, dude. I'm like, hell yeah. Hopefully that's only like $20 a year. The crazy fact that the Giants and Panthers have had a lot of primetime games. Yeah, they won't have them next year. You know who's going to get a lot of primetime games again next year? The Detroit Lions. That motherfucker's going to have 6, 7, 8 fucking prime. I guarantee they're going to have the most primetime games next year. The Detroit Lions. And the Packers, the Cowboys, and the Lions are going to have a fuckload of primetime games next year. I say those three teams because the Cowboys and Packers game had 40 million people watching on this weekend at a wild card game. That literally might be the most watched wild card game in NFL history. Which makes it even funnier that the Cowboys got the absolute dog shit beat out of them. The Lions was 36 million. The Cowboys was 40 million. These are all like records almost. Yep, the Patriots don't. The Patriots will also get primetime games because it's the Patriots, and we're one of the most liked teams in football. It is what it is. Probably like 3 or 4. Buffalo Bills cancel practice prior due to they're in some trouble with Buffalo. That's going to be a really good one. Lots of fun. I'm thinking, which one, Danny? I just know that most baseball games, I think all 162 will be on Amazon Prime, so I don't really give a fuck anymore. I'm probably going to pay for it. It's going to be interesting to see the Lions and the Buccaneers go at it again. Because again, they are a better team since week 6, but so are the Lions. They have most of their like healthy players back. I think Houston's going to be able to play. Laporta's good. I think C.J. Gardner-Johnson's back this week. Yeah. Comes for free with my Prime subscription. I think they said there's going to be a slight increase it's like, I think it'll probably be like a $5 increase in price. Yeah, I have that too, Jehu, but like it fucking doesn't let you watch like MLB.tv doesn't let you watch goddamn local market. And you may not see, like, for you, if you're a fan of a team that's local for you, it's not a big deal, right? You're like, I don't care. I watch this team anyway. But, like, I want to watch the Tigers. I don't want to watch any other team play baseball. That's fucking boring as shit. Yeah, the Bucks could win. The Buccaneers look pretty solid. They have a really good defense. Their offense is kind of like very streaky and sparky. One thing about the Bucks, though, I have noticed, they struggle to score actual touchdowns. It seems like they move down the field and they get close, but then they kick field goals. And the only time they actually score touchdowns is like these weird long freak plays. It's never like you see them like generate touchdown. It's like, I should have said play instead of generate, but I cut down generated play. But like sometimes they'll get like a turnover close and then they'll like have like a 4 or 5 play and then score. But it seems like their offense gets like 10 plays into a drive and just goes, and it's just like, all right, we're close enough for a field goal. They kick a lot of field goals. And they kept dying and kicking field goals. And like it just seems like that's bad. And I remember that being a thing when we played them. They could move the ball at will, but then as soon as it got like to like the 40, they just froze up against the Lions. It was just constant Baker will get sacked big as shit. And it was happening against the Eagles too. Baker kept taking huge sacks. I don't really care about the scoreboards. I'm sure it'll be fine. You guys all really care about that new scoreboard stuff, don't you? You know what's funny? Until you guys started mentioning it, I didn't even know they changed that shit every year. I assumed it just was the same thing every year. I just never once noticed it. Or if I did, I just internalized it when I don't really give a fuck. And just moved on. Like, I didn't know people actually cared. Yeah, I just never knew that. It's just I never paid attention to the scoreboard like that. See, Fernando, when you're a Patriots fan and you grew up when I grew up, all we did was win. So I didn't need to see a score. Not to brag or anything. Most of the time I could just be like, oh, we won. Not even a game. Oh. Being a Patriots fan growing up ruled, dude. You'd be able to go to this school and talk so much shit to your buddies. What's up, Johnny? Oh, we won another one. It's for he's a younger Patriots fan. It was even sweeter in college, dude. That shit ruled when they were winning them Super Bowls when I was in college. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Buffalo Bills fan. Can the Bills? Yeah, I think they can, but I got the Chiefs winning, unfortunately, Johnny. I have them winning a very close game. The Chiefs. I got to see the Bills actually get past their playoff nemesis for me to be able to like pick them in a playoff game versus their playoff nemesis. Bro, Fernando, so you missed the entire first part of the dynasty and the undefeated season. Yeah, you missed all the cool shit. Sorry. I don't know. I guess you got Deflategate. You got to go through the Deflategate drama, so that's pretty cool. That was a cool time. You got the fuck you tour and the Falcons Super Bowl. All right, yeah, you got some good shit as a Patriots fan. You got some pretty good shit. It's just, man, you really missed out on the coolness of that undefeated season. Yeah, I mean, it sucks to be you, dude. Yeah, on here I know a ton of Bills, Dolphins, and Jets fans. In real life, my grandpa's a Dolphins fan. No, the Bills aren't real popular in my parts. I know a lot of Packers fans in real life and Vikings fans and Bears fans. No, I know too many Lions fans. Them people are gross. I know a lot of Patriots fans in Michigan. A lot of weird like Brady stuff with that. I only watched the last 3 Patriots Super Bowls because I didn't like football. Fair enough. I'm just teasing people. I don't give a shit. You could be a fan whenever you want and talk about the glory days. So. I didn't watch the first Super Bowl against the Rams, and I still talk about it. I'm like, hell yeah, we stopped the greatest show on turf. Can you believe that? I didn't watch the Tuck rule game, and I still defend the Tuck rule. I'm like, listen, that was a good call. It was the correct call. So, yeah, if you know your team's history, you can defend it in any way you'd like to. It's just a little bit more fun if you got to go through the history. I just remember all the Spygate comment fucking fights I got into at school trying to defend the Patriots. I'm like, listen, it's not a big deal. It was just fucking filming a guy at the wrong spot on the field. You guys don't understand how stupid this penalty is. Everybody's doing it. Can you imagine young Rob trying to debate fucking 13 people at a lunch table? Hell yeah, I was fucking winning them debates too, boy. I know Cowboys, Broncos, Dolphins, Bill. You know a whole bunch of real fans. That's pretty cool. Damn, it's because you live on the West Coast, I'm guessing. The best line from the Patriots Super Bowl was the Rams when the announcer said, "Oh, what, Brady? Yeah, when he marched it down and fucking won the game." Was that what, John Madden? Yeah, I'd win because I'd go insane. Well, actually, I'd probably lose, but no, it was Madden. I'm pretty sure because Madden just said Brady should kneel this shit down and go to overtime. But then all of a sudden, Brady just came out shooting against the Rams, just firing fucking darts all over the field. And the legend of Tom Brady was born on that drive. Literally, I was like, all right, well, I guess this is going to be a little different than the usual NFL quarterback. And if you don't believe me, go watch that final drive. This dude is firing fucking lasers across the field. It's like, oh shit, that's crazy that guy becomes Brady. You could see the clutchness, the same fucking like laser focused factor that Tom always had. Dude, the Rams were literally one of the craziest teams ever. The Patriots came in, fucking crashed their offense, beat them, and then blew that team apart. That team collapsed after that loss. Yeah. Max Kellerman has already recanted, like in 2020 after Brady won the Bucs Super Bowl, he finally recanted the cliff theory. He admitted it. Yep. And I gained a lot of respect for Kellerman when he was like, "Well, I was wrong about the cliff theory." It's just like, yeah, man. At least you finally admitted it. Yeah, Tom's the only pro NFL player that I think that beat Father Time. He just beat that dude's ass and then just went, "All right, I'm done now. All right, I'm good. I'm gonna stop." Like, damn, dude, he didn't even have to. Tom Brady, the worst NFL athlete, probably, or at least one of them. But guess what? He's the only one that beat Father Time. That's pretty crazy. I don't watch any of them. No, not anymore. Not with the way they talk about my football team. Fuck them people. I don't watch FSN. I don't watch any of them shows. I barely watch the Pat McAfee show now because he's on ESPN. I have a genuine despair. Like, I have a real problem with that show or with that company. The lies they tell about my football team is crazy. I think my favorite play from the Patriots was, plus I think they stink at what they do. And they're basically like, they tell one person an opinion and they give another guy an opinion. And they say, all right, fight about those opinions. And you can very much tell they're being fed lines from like researchers and producers. And it's fucking awful. So I don't really like any of that. Plus, they always, I don't know, it's bad. They fired all the good people that work at ESPN. It's like, why the hell did they fire Jamel Hill? Like, she should have a show on ESPN. She's very good at what she does. But they fired her because she talked about some stuff they didn't like. Yeah, Edelman's one of my favorite all-time Patriots, yeah. Literally, like, he is an exemplary Patriot. Gronk's literally one of my favorite. He's probably my favorite tight end of all time. I know he said some shit recently, but whatever. He's, it's still Gronk. He had a very weird relationship with Bill Belichick. It didn't end very good. So I can understand why Gronk has a little bit of animosity towards Bill. I think he'll be good now that Mayo's coaching. I think all that'll go away. The McCourty twins, yeah. Not just brothers, they're twins. Gronk's gonna do another kick? Hell yeah. There's gonna be another crazy game. Another crazy weather situation in Buffalo. I can't believe the NFL isn't making the Bills like redesign their stadium with a retractable roof. Like, hey guys, like we get like you didn't want to put a roof on your stadium, but like you can go fuck yourselves about that idea. We're rejecting your new stadium idea until you put a retractable roof on it. Because it's like, how the hell did that get... Like, hasn't Buffalo now... Didn't last year in the playoffs, they got delayed? Like, didn't this happen? Like, last year, and then this year they got delayed? I feel like this was very recently. Buffalo's had multiple delays in the playoffs. Because their stadium keeps getting snowed out. It was a regular season delay, though, because of weather. That's bad. More than one delay of weather should necessitate a retractable roof for your stadium. I hope the Bills Chiefs is as good as 2021. Yeah, I hope it's a good game. That's all we can really do is hope. It's not a bad stadium. I like Buffalo's stadium. It's just they need to put a roof on it. Oh, you can bet on it? That's cool. Allen is 3-0. Yeah, and I think Allen's like, what, 0-2 against him in the playoffs? Yeah, I nailed that shit. Yep, gonna be a fun game. All the games this weekend are gonna be pretty fun. And it feels like like all the games can go either way. Like, it's gonna be interesting. Damn, Tyler Higbee tore his ACL in that game when he got hit. You know, one of the things that sucks right now in the NFL is like safeties are just about to be called the dirtiest players in football every time they hit somebody now. The newest bad one. All right, for sure, Fernando. You have a good night, man. Uh, I wouldn't call it that, J.U. Greatest NFL game I've ever watched, the Falcons Patriots Super Bowl. That was absolute insanity. I've never seen a game as crazy. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. I've never seen a game as crazy as that, and I don't think I will ever see a game as crazy as that. That shit was 28-3 with like fucking 3 minutes left in the third quarter. The game was over. I'm gonna go get a little bit of soda real quick if you guys don't mind. 1 sec. Very thirsty. I can't. I don't even know what my second closest. What's your best game? 49ers. What game? What game do you think is the best? I think a close second for me would be that Rams Chiefs game where it was like 53-54 or whatever. So some fucking wild ass high score game where both teams hit into the 50s. There was like 1,000 yards of offense. The reason I put the Patriots Falcons is because it was a Super Bowl game. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I put it above that one. Oh, I watched that game. I think we streamed that game. Didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. That was I think we were live for that game. Not a lot of people were watching my channel at that point, but I believe I went live. We were live for that one. That was quite the game. No, not a lot of people here were. That was my first year streaming, I believe. You know what's crazy? Do you know what my first channel prediction was? It was all right. The Patriots will play the Rams in the Super Bowl. Feels like it wasn't even that crazy, but like the crazy part was the Patriots making the Super Bowl and winning it. I'm not even kidding. That's the literal first channel prediction I made. I was like, all right, I think the Patriots beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. Because again, I make very good season predictions, and I always have in my life. And then I think the following year, I was like, Michael Thomas is going to break the single season reception record. I have very weird, good insight onto like random shit sometimes. This year, I got my big prediction part right. I said the Chiefs' offense was going to look really bad. Everything's going to look shitty for them. But I only got it part right because I said they're going to lose the division because of it. Not knowing that the entire NFC or AFC West would shit their pants. It's just, God damn it. You know how close I was to just having the craziest prediction of all time be right? I almost slam dunked that shit this year. The AFC Championship game of 2018 against the Chiefs was probably the second best game. Yeah, the lead changes. It was a pretty good one, Jehu. It was a pretty good one, the Lions. Or the Patriots Chiefs. What about the Minnesota Vikings comeback against the Colts? That was fun. Fun game, but I don't really care. I don't think it's anything better than what the Patriots did. Because again, the context of when and where the Patriots did it compared to like a fucking Thanksgiving Day game. I think the scope and scale of the game played makes it a big difference. But again, when you have like 1,000 total yards of offense in a game, it's hard to say that's not like the greatest game ever played. Hey, what's up, Charles? How you doing, man? I appreciate the like. Helps the stream out. Been a fun stream tonight. Where the hell's Ven at? Ven's ducking me, dude. He's afraid. I was gonna fucking tear his ass up on some debates. Debate me, bro. I was running all kinds of crazy scenarios in my head against him today, too. I was like, oh, he ain't ready for this. Your favorite AFC championship was between the Chiefs and Bengals in 2022, where the Bengals won in overtime. Oh, fair enough. It's not one of the Patriots ones? Hey, it sounds like a good night in the Bahamas, Charles. Damn, the stream is dying out quickly. Everybody's leaving. Hopefully it picks back up or something. We'll keep an eye on it. All my favorite AFC championship games are just the ones with the Patriots in it. I don't care for any of the other ones. I'm like, where's the Patriots at? But I'm a little bit of a different fan. I really, if my team isn't involved, I have a trouble saying it's the greatest. But again, I do think my team played in the greatest game the league could possibly have. So it's like, whatever. Yeah, that dude, all the Patriots Super Bowl wins are fucking instant classics, and no one will admit this publicly. Even like literally, if you look at all, what was it, 9? Yeah, 9 Super Bowls we played in, they're all instant classics. Not one of them games is like a boring, like except for like that Rams Patriots round 2. Like, think about it. Every single one except literally that fucking Patriots Rams one, the last one the Patriots were in. All fucking classics. 8 out of 8 or 8 out of 9, fucking awesome games. No team played better Super Bowls than the Patriots. Them games were all good. I believe the first 3 were all game-winning fucking field goals. But I think all 3 were game-winning kicks on like crazy game-winning drives, like against unbelievable defenses by Brady. So you had that first part of it, and then you have the Seahawks Super Bowl, which was, or then you have the 2 Giants Super Bowls, obviously, which those sucked dick. But you know, sorry, I had to get a new device. My thing died. You have the 2 Giants Super Bowls in there where the Patriots lose on very close games to teams they shouldn't have. Like those were 2 instant classics. Then they play the they play the Seahawks, and that game goes the way it does. And they play the Falcons that have the instant classic comeback. Then they lose to the Eagles in a shootout. I think that Patriots Eagles game is the highest scoring Super Bowl of all time. Second. But it was the highest of all time until the Chiefs played somebody. The Eagles last year, I think. It was a boring Super Bowl. Yeah. It is what it is. That game, I don't know. It just is what it is. We can't win all the Super Bowls. Though it would have been sweet to have gone 9-0 in the Super Bowls and just be like, what it is what it is. We won them all. I haven't experienced my team to win a Super Bowl because I am 18. Damn. Well, 49ers, you guys could be close this year. Yeah, dude, our team ruled. Jehu, we can't complain at all about anything as Patriots fan. It kind of sucks. I wish I could complain about my team being bad, but everyone's just like, shut up. You guys deserve it for a couple more years. Like, all right. Oh, fair enough. Saints fired Pete Carmichael after 15 season. Wow. They fired the longtime Sean Payton guy. Pretty crazy. Yeah, they joined the 6th team, the 6th trophy club, the 49ers would. It's a pretty lonely club up here with just us in Pittsburgh. Because your dad? I picked my team because they won. But the truth of the matter is, I could very much be a Panthers fan right now and in complete misery. There is kind of like this weird poetic justice, though, to 20 years in, because like this year is going to be the 20th year that I picked the Patriots. There's like a weird poetic justice that both teams are in complete dog shit state. 20 years after I picked them, when 20 years ago they were playing for the Super Bowl. Isn't that kind of weird? I find it to be kind of like weirdly poetic, you know? I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. They're both shitty now, and they were both the fuck at the top of the world when I had to choose between them. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Like personally, I'm like, oh, that's nifty. Like they're almost literally at the same spot again. Like, oh boy, these are 2 Super Bowl teams. Oh boy, these are 2. Oh boy, these are the worst teams in either conference. Literally, the Patriots are the worst. We're the worst AFC team, and the Panthers were the worst NFC teams. You know what that means? They went from the best AFC and best NFC teams. Crazy. The game I wish I could go back in time and watch was the 49ers versus Cowboys. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. We'll do like another 10 minutes or so, you guys. It seems like the stream died out. Doesn't seem like anybody wanted to watch anymore. It's fine. No, I'm just kidding. I just start getting like all like mopey. Oh man, if only people wanted to watch. I guess I wouldn't. I guess things would be better for me. Man, I can't believe the Patriots really might get Jaden Daniels, though. Gonna be cool. Imagine if stayed with the Jets. I don't know what would have happened. Do you think the Jets will be better next year? Yeah, if Rodgers can stay healthy and all that. And they kind of improve that offensive line. I think that's going to be their biggest problem. Yeah, I don't really follow much. I follow the quarterbacks mostly. And a couple big name receivers, but outside of that, I don't really give a fuck until draft time. And then I study as much as I can as quickly as I can. But I don't really care about the college games that they play or their college numbers. I just want to look at them throwing and catching and making plays. Like, I just want to see them make specific things and do specific things when they play. I think that tells a bigger story than just what their numbers look like. Because, again, in college, you could have, like, shitty teammates. It's just like, it is what it is. I don't think the Jets make a Super Bowl run. They could probably make the playoffs with Rodgers. That seems like a given. But anything outside of that, I don't know. Defense will be good. It just, I don't know about their offense. And that's probably a good thing. Who cares about Dalvin? Well, that one guy, I don't even know if the Lions will win. You never really know about a game. Like, you never know how the playoffs are going to go. As easily as you think you should win, you can get the shit beat out of you. That's the the true pressure and problem with the playoffs, right? Yeah, I agree. 49ers. I think it was a good thing letting them go. Brees Hall took that role over and just didn't let it go. At least that's how I seen it anyway. And they only brought him in to kind of shoulder a little bit of the load as Brees recovered. And it became very evident very quickly on that Brees didn't need that shit. A Baker statue at MetLife just for beating the Eagles. All right, though, everybody. I think I'm going to start wrapping up here. It's been a little while, so it's been a good stream. Been a fun stream. It's like 11:40. Yep, I know they hate the Eagles. Make the playoffs next year? Maybe. Depends on what happens. We got to see what they do with all that money, with the draft, and yeah, how they look on the field finally. But maybe. I hope so. kind of have to wait and see. It's very early. I don't know if what they're gonna do. They can make a whole bunch of bad decisions. But we'll see. Oh, fuck. Excuse me. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I don't really got much else to talk about. I burned through all my topics. Unless you guys want to. I don't really want to talk about Ron Rivera. He sucks. Sounds like Ron Rivera is going to want to come back. Oh, we already talked about Rivera. I forgot. Someone will hire him as a defensive coordinator. He'll be good in that role. All right, though. Have a good night, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the likes. Thanks for the good chat. That's been a good NFL news stream, I hope. Anyway, thanks for listening. Have a good rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you listen. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for some kind of stream. I don't know what yet.